Good morning, dear students. Our grammar topic today is modal verbs will and would. Let's start making a grammar structure review of the modal verb will. We normally use will to speak about the future. It is always combined with another verb. Since will is classified as a modal verb, it has the same characteristics. It doesn't change in the third person, he, she, or it. It is always combined with another verb in the base form without to. We use will mainly to express beliefs about the present or future, to talk about what people want to do or are willing to do, and to make promises, offers, and requests. The basic structure for will is subject plus will plus main verb. For example, he will sing. Look at the basic structure again, with affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. In affirmative, will comes first in the verb phrase in a statement. It means after the subject and before another verb. It is often contracted to apostrophe LL in informal situations. We commonly use apostrophe LL as the short form of will, especially after subject pronouns as I, we, you, they, he, she, and it. However, in some contexts, contraction is normally the only choice. In such cases, the contraction is the best not seen as a contraction of will, but as an independent form. For instance, I will drink tea. I'll drink tea. The negative form of will is won't. We use the full form will not in formal contexts or when we want to emphasize something. But negative contracted form won't is more common. She will not study. She won't study. In questions, the subject and will change position. Will you go? Now let's check would. Since would is classified as a modal verb too, it has the same characteristics as the other ones. It does not change with any subject. It is always combined with the base verb form without to. The main uses of would are to talk about past, to talk about the future in the past, to express the conditional, to express desire, polite request and questions, opinion or hope, wish and regret. The basic structure for would is subject plus would plus main verb. For example, he would go. Look at the basic structure again with affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. In affirmative, would comes after the subject and before the main verb. It is usually contracted to apostrophe D. We commonly use contraction as the short form of would, especially after subject pronouns. I would like tea. I'd like tea. The negative form of would is wouldn't. We use the full form would not in formal contexts or when we want to emphasize something. But negative contracted form wouldn't is more common. She would not go. She wouldn't go. In questions, the subject and would change position as the same as the modal will. Would you help? Now we know that the word will is generally used as a modal verb. Would is also a modal verb, and it is the past tense of will. Another difference between will and would is that will is used in statements that refer to the future, while would is used to refer to events of the future in past tense. However, would is also used for expressing various kinds of sentence functions like polite offers, invitations, requests, etc., as we studied in the previous explanation. Let's get into more details to illustrate these differences. We use will to express beliefs about the present or future, to talk about what people want to do or are willing to do, to make promises, defers, and request. Would is the past tense form of will. Because it is a past tense, it is used to talk about the past, to talk about hypotheses when we imagine something, and for politeness. We use will to express beliefs about the present or future. For example, John will be in his office. This sentence refers to the present. Will be late. It refers to the future. We will have to take the train. This one refers to the future too. We use would as the past of will to describe past beliefs about the future. For instance, I thought we would be late, so we would have to take the train. We use will to talk about what people want to do or are willing to do. For instance, we'll see you tomorrow. Perhaps Dad will lend me the car. To talk about typical behavior, things that we often do because we are willing to do them. For example, we always spend our holidays at our favorite hotel at the seaside. We'll get up early every morning and have a quick breakfast. Then we'll go across the road to the beach. We use would as the past tense of will to talk about what people wanted to do or were willing to do in the past. For example, we had a terrible night. The baby wouldn't go to sleep. Dad wouldn't let me the car, so we had to take the train. To talk about typical behavior, things that we often did because we were willing to do them in the past. For instance, when they were children, they used to spend their holidays at their grandmother's at the seaside. They'd get up early every morning and have a quick breakfast. Then they run across the road to the beach. We use I will or we will to make promises and offers. For example, I'll give you a lift home after the party. We'll come and see you next week. We use will you or would you to make requests. For instance, will you carry this for me, please? Would you please be quiet? We use will in conditionals to say what we think will happen in the present or future. For example, I'll give her a call if I can find her number. You won't get in unless you have a ticket. We use would to make hypotheses when we imagine a situation. It would be very expensive to stay in a hotel. I would give you a lift, but my wife has a car today. Other uses of would are first and second conditional sentences. For instance, I would give her a call if I could find her number. If I had the money, I'd buy a new car. You would lose weight if you took more exercise. If he got a new job, he would probably make more money. What if he lost his job? What would happen then? And second, in conditionals to give advice. For instance, Dan would help you if you ask him. We use would you mind, or would you mind not plus ing for requests. For instance, would you carry this for me, please? Would you mind carrying this? Would you mind not tell him until tomorrow? And would you like to for offers and invitations. For example, would you like another drink? Would you like to come round tomorrow? We have I'd like you to say what we want or what we want to do. For instance, I like that one, please. I'd like to go home now. On the other hand, I'd rather or I would rather is used to say what we prefer. For instance, I'd rather have the new one, not the old one. I don't want another drink. I'd rather go home. Finally, I would think, I would imagine, I guess too, give an opinion when we are not sure or when we want to be polite. For instance, it's very difficult, I would imagine. I would think that's the right answer. As a conclusion, we can say that English grammar may be complex, but it's not impossible to learn. Understanding the differences between will and would is a step towards mastering English grammar. In this lesson, we've discussed how will and would are used, their meanings, and provided examples. Thank you for watching this presentation. So long. Okay, now that we know more or less the difference between these two modal verbs, will and would, let's do our Kahoot. Okay, the pin for our game is 725-0108, or scan the code, please. Thank you and welcome to this Kahoot. Okay, let's start with our Kahoot. Okay, on this Kahoot, we have Maria Fonseca on the first place, Jonathan Loyola on the second place, and Danae Luna on the third place. Congrats, all of you. Okay. I don't know if you have any question or any comment. No question, no comments. Ok. Nada más les recuerdo, por favor, que durante este tiempo vamos a subir el portafolio de la unidad 2. Recuerden que nada más son 3 capturas de pantalla de los resultados de los ejercicios que ustedes hacen en la plataforma. Y tenemos el martes 11 de febrero como fecha límite para entregar ese portafolio y hacer el examen de la unidad 1 y 2. Por consiguiente, les voy a pedir que en esta semana que viene estén atentos a la plataforma para cuando nos habiliten ya el examen, ustedes lo puedan hacer. También les recuerdo, por favor, que no se contesta ni el writing ni el speaking de ese examen. ¿Ok? ¿Alguna pregunta, alguna aclaración, alguna duda que deseen expresar? ¿No?
No.
Okay, thank you so much for your time and your attendance to this class. See you next Saturday. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Gracias.
Bye.
Bye.
Doctor.
Brenda, sí, dime.
Soy yo la de la otra clase que le dijo de lo de su cuenta de la mediateca. Ayer ya pude ir y ya me solucionó la señorita. Me dijo que tenía que cerrar sesión en todos mis aparatos y tenía que volver a meterme. O sea, es que lo que pasa es que se caducó mi sesión, no sé por qué, la verdad. Entonces le quería preguntar si todavía puedo subir lo que me faltó, que nada más
Claro
fue
que
lo del
sí.
audio.
Sí, Brenda, no hay ningún problema. Súbelo. Está abierto. Los 2 foros están abiertos. ¿Sí?
Bueno, muchas
Entonces,
gracias.
súbelo sin ningún problema, por favor. Nada más sí estate atenta esta semana que viene porque nos van a habilitar el examen. Entonces, no se te vaya a pasar porque ese no lo habilito yo, lo habilitan también en coordinación.
Sí.
Sin
Sí,
ningún
ya lo
problema.
solucioné lo de mi cuenta.
Ok, sube entonces las actividades que te hacen falta, que sería el portafolio de la unidad 1 y de la 2 y la actividad integradora de la unidad 1.
Sí, muchas gracias. Que
Ok,
tenga buen día.
cuídate igualmente, bye.